Is life in Spain the same as the way the media push it? I'm actually in a lot of the Remain groups for Europe. My own view on the old Brexit thing is the strategy needs to be looked at, as simple as that. But the media push it like it's Brittown everywhere you go. People are just sitting around cafe bars and stuff all day long and pretty much just living by the beach. Now, yeah, I do live by the beach before somebody says something, but do I go drinking? No, I don't actually go drinking. I do go to restaurants, take the family to restaurants, but hey ho, how many people in the UK go to, I am on a Friday night, Saturday night, go to the old Nando's, etc., take the missus out, whatever. It's normal. You know what? It's normal to take your family out. The bit that I do find a bit vulgar is the assumption that everybody lives like they're living in the UK in Spain. No. There's a lot of people here who don't live anywhere like that. You know, people like myself don't even like that sort of environment. We hate it. But the media love it because it suits their stereotyping. But you will also find a lot of people in Spain work more hours than they do in the UK. You also find that a lot of them are living on less here in Spain. But the difference is, most of the time, you're not keeping up with the Joneses. You're just getting on with life. And because it's a sunnier, happier environment, your well-being is much higher. Just generally. You know, in my opinion, I stress my opinion. That's why you hear a lot of people do not want to go home to the UK because, quite simply, they know what it's like there. Here, I can walk out of my house and I'll be on the beach in 2 minutes. But am I slumming it? Am I financially struggling here? The answer is no. But do I work hard for what I've got? Yes, I really do. I work hard for what we have here. It's not given to me on a silver platter. And that's one of the things that frustrates me with the media, is they don't seem to recognise that people do work hard here. If you watch that, what's that called? It's Channel 5, Brits, Bargain Loving Brits. Now, most of those guys are living on a campsite, and they're still working hard to keep things going, or they're living on a limited pension. But you know what? They're happy. If you've noticed the one thing they have is happiness as a community. But are they stereotypical? I would say that it's sort of stereotypical because the area they're in is the tourist area for all Brits. You know, it's that sort of part of Spain which is full of the Brits going on holiday for their old package holidays with unlimited drinking and stuff. So in that sort of area, you will get a lot of the Brits there. But at the same time, I don't think that really matters. But they're not really stereotypical either. They're not sitting there just like, oh, I've got my pension, I'm going to sit on my backside and just drink on the old tea, gin and tonic all day. They're all working. And that's the bit that gets missed. And a lot of the time, they're not even earning good money. They're working hard to sustain the life they've got, and that tells you something. If they're happier working for sometimes not a lot of money just to make ends meet in a campsite, then that says more about how much they love it here than how much they've got in the UK to go back to. If you're willing to go that extreme, and I'm saying that in a positive way. I'm not trying to say, well, the UK is really, really bad, but I'm saying that they prefer it here. I know in Worcester there's problems within society, but it's often ignored in the media, etc. And I know Spain's got its problems, but I do think the one thing that you get is this. That's one thing that offsets a lot of things, because quite simply, you can have no money in your pocket, but you can wake up in the morning and go and sit down by the beach and everything's all right in the world. But yeah, I don't like the stereotyping stuff because it's not true. The people that work hard here, you know, if they're retired, they already worked hard in their working lives. But even then, I still see a lot of retired people still working. because they still want to top up their pensions. So I don't think it's as clear cut as the media love to push, because it's nice having a photograph of Union Jacks on the wall and a Brit pub, with everyone just sitting there drinking all day, but that's tourists. The expat community, I don't think there's that many that do that all the time. I say all the time, they might do it on a Friday, but in the UK, binge drinking Friday, binge drinking Saturday is normal. So, yeah, I don't think the stereotype's right. I think they should actually try and focus more on what the average person who lives here full-time does. In the sense of going up and down the coast from north to the south, and just going and finding different expats, ones that have got farms, ones that have got holiday resorts and things like that, business people, but also going into the people that work in the retail stores and, you know, the stuff that's really happening. Yeah, I think there needs to be more broad focus in the sense of looking at everybody, not just thinking Benidorm, we can get off the plane, quick TV show, and then we're back. You know, I don't think that's fair on Brits, especially with the stereotype. Thanks for watching.